What's up guys, my name is Brock, you're watching The Modest Man, and today we're reviewing the Hamilton Khaki Mechanical watch. Okay, I have owned this little watch for about 5 months now, and I find myself wearing it more than any other watch in my collection. It's a great little Swiss-made field watch, and I'm excited to share my thoughts about it with you. If you're thinking about buying this watch, this review is definitely going to help. Or if you've never heard of this watch, well, this might make you want to buy one. So this watch is listed under a bunch of different names, Khaki Field, Officer Mechanical, Khaki Mechanical, but just know that the reference number is H69419933. So this version has a black dial and it comes on a beige canvas strap. This watch sells for $425 full retail if you buy it from Hamilton, but you can usually find it for between $250 and $300 on Amazon and other third-party online retailers. Let's look at some of the specs. This watch features a stainless steel case. It kind of has a bead blasted or brushed matte finish. The case is 38 millimeters in diameter, 9.5 millimeters thick. The strap is 20 millimeters wide. This watch has luminous hands. The movement is the ETA 2804-2. It's a mechanical, manually wound movement with a date window at 3 o'clock. The glass is an anti-reflective sapphire crystal that's just slightly domed, and this watch is 50 meters water resistant. Now, I love the simple, casual, and functional nature of field watches in general. They're super easy to read, and they're easy to pair with most casual outfits, especially if you have a neutral dial like black or white. I love the size of this particular field watch at 38 millimeters. It's perfect for anybody with average wrists or smaller than average wrists. One reason I chose this version, which is the hand winding version, over its automatic big brother is because while they're both 38 millimeters in diameter, this one is just a little bit thinner. I think the automatic is like maybe 11 or 12 millimeters thick. This is like 9.5. And so it's super thin for a mechanical watch. So this watch will slide under pretty much any shirt cuff very easily. It's very light, so it kind of just disappears once you wear it for a while. And it almost wears like a dress watch, In fact, I think in a pinch, you could actually throw this on a patent leather black strap and wear it as a dress watch with a suit. I think this watch offers a ton of value for the price. It's a Swiss-made watch, and it's from a company that has plenty of heritage, if that's important to you. Hamilton was originally founded in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is actually not too far from where I grew up. The company made a name for itself by creating super accurate pocket watches that they sold to people that worked in the railroad industry. During World War II, they provided hundreds of thousands of field watches, not unlike this one, to American troops. And the field watch is still one of the most popular models that Hamilton makes. Now, in the 1970s, Hamilton was bought by the Swatch Group, which is the giant Swiss watch conglomerate that owns companies like Omega and Tissot. But it's cool because the company has this American heritage, but this is a Swiss-made watch, so you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. And the fact that you're getting that, this mechanical Swiss-made watch from a company with a lot of heritage for under $300 is ridiculous. Let's talk about the strap. Okay, so a lot of people seem to complain about the stock strap that this comes with, the sort of beige canvas strap with the leather backing. And I understand it's not the best looking strap in the world. I think most people probably put this watch on like a leather strap or a NATO strap. I actually had it on a two-piece black Perlon strap from Clockwork Synergy for a while. And I really liked that strap because it was nice and thin. But I actually ended up putting it back on its stock strap because after breaking it in, it's just so comfortable. I did have to poke an extra hole so it would fit my wrist a little better. But yeah, it's not the best color. I really like a black strap for this watch. So, whether you choose a NATO, two-piece NATO, Perlon, leather, I think black is a great choice. All right, in case you can't tell, I really love this watch, but there are some things that I don't like about it, so let's talk about those. First and foremost, I just wish this watch was more water resistant. Technically it's water resistant up to 50 meters, and that means that depending on who you ask, it could be suitable for anything from partial submersion to light swimming. But I've heard a lot of reports of this watch being damaged in heavy rainfall, or light swimming. So, for me, I wouldn't risk it. I paid about $300 for this watch. So I'd be a little bummed out if I damaged it or destroyed it by submerging it or getting it wet. If it were more water resistant, it would be like a true beater watch, a true everyday watch that you could take hiking or to the beach without worrying about destroying it. And I think given its tough field watch aesthetic, it would be great if it could handle a little more water. The other thing I would change about it is the size of the crown. Now, this kind of large crown makes it very easy to wind up, and it makes it very easy to set the watch, but it does look a little bit too big for the dial in my opinion. For example, if you compare it to the Seiko SNK 800 series, the Seiko just has this little tiny crown that tucks in and almost sits flush when it's locked into its default position. Granted, it's not a manually wound watch, so you don't really have to use the crown as much, but still I just think it looks more proportionate. Certainly not a deal breaker, it's just something that I would change in a perfect world. So what's my recommendation? I love this watch. You know, if you're looking for a casual mechanical watch that's Swiss made from a company that has a lot of heritage, and it goes with pretty much any casual outfit, for under 300 bucks, I can't imagine a better option than this, especially if you have wrists that are average size or maybe a little bit smaller. And if you're thinking that you're not sure if you want a mechanical hand winding watch versus an automatic, you know, to be honest, I've never felt inconvenienced by having to wind this watch. It's something I kind of just do when I'm not really thinking about it. And I actually like the little ritual of winding it up each morning before I put it on. And I find that this watch actually keeps ticking more than my automatics because, you know, if I take my automatics off and I don't wear them for a few days, they stop ticking and then I have to get them going again and reset them. But this watch, I find myself winding it all the time, so I usually keep it pretty much fully wound. I think I've probably forgotten to wind it a couple times, then it dies and I have to, you know, wind it up. But even that, it only takes a couple minutes and it's kind of a nice little ritual. So all things considered, I highly recommend the Hamilton Khaki Mechanical Field Watch. All right guys, if you have any questions about this watch, let me know, leave them down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. And until next time, stay stylish.